And welcome back to Stanny Boy Reviews. I'm your host, Stanley. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my channel and to talk about But not today. Today we are talking about a theatrical action movie, Violent Night, because you guys, we have to stay current. While this is a Christmas movie, it is not a horror film. So I'm gonna throw that out there right now. We are not reviewing a horror movie today. It still sort of fits the bill because it is Christmas themed and we have pretty much a killer Santa Claus on our hands. We get David Harbour as a drunken Father Christmas pitted against a team of thieves and a terrible family simultaneously on pretty much one of the worst Christmas Eves of recent memory. So go grab your liquor bottles, go grab your sharpened candy canes, have a seat, I'm already seated, and let's go up or down this action-packed, gory mother chimney. Let's do it. It's not every day we get to talk about an action movie, and it's not every day I'm going to talk about an action movie, but Violent Night fits the bill for a Stanny Boy review. I mean, the title alone goes hand in hand, right? And the poster is awesome. And I'm a big Stranger Things fan. We all are in this house, aren't we, girls? We are. So I am always glad to watch anything with David Harbour in it. And let's be real, he's a f***ing stud. When I started seeing the posters for Violent Night pop up everywhere in Los Angeles, I was pretty excited. I didn't even watch a trailer. I was just looking forward to seeing David Harbour as a killer Santa Claus of sorts do his thing. I made the decision that I was going to review it one way or another, disregarding what kind of movie it was. And then I heard through the grapevine that it wasn't a horror film and I wasn't sure what to expect. Here we are. I'm still going to talk about it anyway. Violent Night was written by Pat Casey and Josh Miller and directed by Tommy Wirkola, who also directed movies like Dead Snow and its sequel, and also Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, a movie I saw a long time ago in the theaters, never saw again. I don't remember loving it, but I also don't remember hating it, so maybe I should give it another shot. Violent Night was filmed on a budget of $20 million and holds a 71% score on Rotten Tomatoes, but who cares? Nobody cares about Rotten Tomatoes anyway. From the reviews that I have read, it's probably going to become a holiday classic. And after seeing it, I am probably one of the people that are going to agree with that. We don't have enough Christmas movies, you guys. And like I said in my last review for Deadly Games, go watch my review for Deadly Games, we need more Christmas movies. Whether they're fun Christmas movies, whether they're horror, keep bringing on the Christmas movies. We love them. But I will say right off the bat, this movie did not need to be 2 hours long. No movie needs to be 2 hours long unless it's Titanic. Yes, fight me, Titanic is a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says. Titanic is a Christmas movie. Anyway, let's get into it, young elves. Let's talk about Violent Night. Violent Night is about, well, Santa Claus, played by the beautiful David Harbour. I have a type. I like chubby guys. And he's just a drunk, basically over it Santa Claus, who just wants to drink and spend his time puking and pissing over the side of the sleigh while he's riding over the sky. He likes to steal booze from the houses that he's stopping by. He's just not having a good night on this particular Christmas Eve. And elsewhere, there is an insanely rich family called the Lightstones, celebrating the holiday at their sprawling mansion, headed by matriarch Gertrude, which is perfect casting here. Whoever thought to cast Ellen Griswold as this character, wonderful. I think that was probably the best decision that these filmmakers could have made. I tip my Santa hat to you, casting directors, because having her play a cold-hearted, money-hoarding, evil bitch as opposed to what she normally would play is just brilliant. Joining her in her big mansion are her two full-grown children, son Jason and his estranged wife Linda and their daughter Trudy, as well as Gertrude's other daughter Alva, her boyfriend who is an actor, and then Alva's son Bert. It's made very clear early on that Jason is Gertrude's favorite. They have a certain kind of bond, and Alva is not Gertrude's favorite. Alva is really only there for the money and materialistic things. Not long after everyone arrives, Gertrude's home is broken into by a gang of thieves, and they want to break into the family vault and steal millions of dollars that Gertrude is apparently hiding. And they'll do what they have to do to get it.
Welcome to your worst Christmas ever.
Let's go!
While the family is being held hostage, Trudy has with her a little walkie-talkie that she is using to communicate with Santa Claus.
Santa?
You're on my nice list.
And Santa is not about to let a child who needs him and a child who believes in him slip away into the hands of trouble on Christmas Eve, no matter how bad of a night he himself is having. Especially if she's on the nice list. That is, of course, when things get super funny, super gory, and super action-packed, and all over the place. Like, this movie goes from 0 to 100 very quickly, and thankfully so. And you know what? Okay. Again, Violent Night is not a movie that I would normally review here. It's definitely an action comedy combo, but I'm glad that I'm reviewing it because it was everything that I wanted in a Christmas movie. It was hilarious. I was literally holding my stomach because I was laughing so much. It was exactly what I needed this holiday season. And also, there was so much blood. This movie was so gory. It gave some of the horror movies I see a run for their money. There were a few gags where I was like, holy I'm surprised they got away with this, especially for a movie that is in the theaters. I can guarantee that parents are taking their kids to see this, and whew, it gets really red. Either way, well done. It had a perfect mix of comedy, action, and gore effects that kept me entertained throughout, and I was very happy. But to be honest, the script was not all that great. I don't know if it necessarily needed to be, but I had a few qualms. Without certain casting choices, I don't know if this movie would have worked the way that it did. Without the casting of Ellen Griswold, without the casting of David Harbour, this movie could have been something else entirely. And I don't know if I would have enjoyed it as much. So it lucked out in those departments, for me. Straight up, Harbour as Santa was my favorite part of the entire movie.
I gotta watch.
He nailed it. They made up for a few of the plot holes with the excessive gore. When they brought out that skull-crushing hammer, my eyes lit up. I was thrilled. And there was something about seeing David Harbour with all that blood on his beard and his mustache and the blood coming out of his nose.
Time for some season's beatings.
I dug it. And all the fight scenes were choreographed so perfectly. And you know what? For those of you who have seen Deadly Games and drew comparisons to Home Alone, watch this movie and then you can tell me about comparisons to Home Alone. This movie definitely has Home Alone references. Holy I was on the floor laughing and cringing. Long story short, Violent Night was pretty good. Not Oscar worthy by any means, but a worthy addition to a short list of Christmas movies. I will definitely watch this again. And on Stanny's Stab-O-Meter, I give this a solid 3.5 stabs. It was decently made. It looks like $1 million.
Which one of you did that?
I love a Christmas movie that is rated R, takes it seriously. The cast did good with what they were given. Again, Ellen Griswold, man. Love her. So good. The special effects were amazing, and even though the script got a little bit weak at times, forgivable. It's fine. This is a movie you want to see on the big screen, so if you guys get the opportunity, go see Violent Night in the theaters. You'll be really happy that you did. And I will say it one more time, David Harbour is so fine. I don't care what anybody else says. I love me a hot Santa Claus. I think that's a thing. This fucking thing. I love it. I love it. So tell me guys, did you see Violent Night? Do you plan on seeing Violent Night? Let me know what you think in the comments, and do not forget to follow me on social media. I am on Instagram, I am on Twitter, and I am on TikTok. Don't forget to I'll be back next week with another Christmas review. It will be horror. I don't think I'm gonna deviate away from the horror theme again anytime soon. But I'm glad that I did this week because hey, you know what? It's always good to switch things up. So yeah, have a really safe week. Don't forget to watch my review on Deadly Games. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.